I hit the live button.
Not hard.
And oh, it's live now. Goody. Hi, we're live.
Oh, hi, we're live. All right, hello, everybody. Welcome once again to 3 Wide TV. And tonight, the OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series ends the 2024 A season here at Hotlanta with the Weekend Woodsman 200. I'm your host, Michael Goodman, and we're here for the party. Carlos Acosta here with me, drinking the jams. And right now we are qualifying for this championship chase-off race. Let's take a look at the points here coming into tonight. Austin Beers with a narrow 25-point lead, but the probably more interesting thing is that Austin Beers no showing here tonight. So the championship battle right now looking like it's going to be between Ryan Gavel and Dylan Thomas, and I guess Thomas Capuano, but I believe the it might be a tall task there, Carlos, for not Ryan, but Dylan and Thomas to catch Ryan Gavel for this championship. I don't know if you're talking yet, Carlos. My bad. But then you see the team championship standings: Shift Esports, South Shore Racing, and Do Good Motorsports. Your top three coming into tonight, and it looks like Shift does have a stranglehold on that, but things could change as we get down to tonight. Tonight's race in the Weekend Woodsman 200. We have 65 lap halves, 19 cars will invert, and potentially 35 laps of fuel, so use them wisely. And here is the more important standings here, the Binks Designs Broadcasting Championship. Don't want to toot my own horn, but look who's number one, chasing a championship of myself tonight, Vic. Well, you know, miracles happen every day, so you never know what could happen. And things can turn quickly. That's the magic here at Atlanta, the old finale spot for NASCAR back in probably the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, early 2000s. Homestead took over, late 2000s.
I think Homestead took over, I think 2002.
Was it that? Oh, yes, that early, 2002. So it's been a while.
Because they raced a couple seasons as the second to last race.
That's right. And that was kind of, right before they reconfigured it to its current design. Binks design. But anyway, qualifying. Speaking of Binks design, their driver, Neil Rutt III, on top of the leaderboard.
Wow.
For qualifying so far. Beating out teammate Cameron Rich. Oh, yeah. Might as well.
You want to do the sponsor plug, or you want to
I need the sponsor plug to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
But I mean, I can wing one, shoot from the hip here. Binks Designs, go check them out. They make custom koozie shirts. What's that?
There you go. I got you.
Okay,
They make custom tumblers and apparel.
Tumblers and apparel. That's what I was looking for, the other tumbler thing.
I
But
got you.
yeah, I'm even a customer of Binks Designs, an awesome rodeo raccoon koozie. That was pretty cool. You can check them out at binksdesigns.myshopify.com.
Carlos, you're up.
Hi. Hi. Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
It's Carlos.
I'm up.
You're up.
You're up.
Oh, nobody else here has made picks, huh? Oh, wow.
That's right.
Oh.
He's got stage fright here.
I was so confused because we were just talking about the sponsor plugs and everything, and I'm going to showcase a couple numbers
Carlos
that maybe
is stalling. I just want the record to show Carlos is stalling because he has no idea who he has left.
I dropped
Classic
the ball.
Carlos.
I dropped the ball.
Oh,
okay? I spilled the beans.
beans.
I let the ball go between my legs this season. I did not win 3 in a row. So I'm just gonna have fun, get myself ready for next season. So I'm here's a driver I haven't picked. Gonna wish him the best of luck in half one. Gonna go with the number 66, Neil Rutt.
That was actually could be a good pick.
Yeah. So who's the driver's pick then?
It's drivers up next, and I can grab those. Just give me one One sec. Drivers say that they want the 57 of Garcia, which is also a good pick.
Yes.
And then I'm up, and frankly, I came into tonight with no idea who I wanted to pick, and that hasn't changed. I just want the record to show I have no idea who to pick, but I'm going to wing it, and I'm going to go with the guy that topped practice. I'm going to go with the 29 of Tristan Millette.
Ooh.
A solid pick. He's been practicing.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Yeah. All right, I got to make sure.
With?
I'm just going to make sure this driver's here and I see him on the leaderboard. I figured I haven't picked the only Chevy in the field since Daytona. I might as well sandwich this in. I'm going to go with the 96 of Adam Tepe.
Heard there might be some beef with him, so we'll see.
Ooh.
See if he handles it here or if he just handles it later.
Like he has beef with somebody or someone has beef with him?
Both.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess it can go both ways.
It's a little friendly beef, but it's beef nonetheless.
Dude,
hey, you know what?
they got the beef.
Where's the beef?
Speaking of meat, though, Carlos.
Ooh.
This is your Weekend Woodsman plug.
Ah, yes. Well, we have plenty of time. Thank you so much to Weekend Woodsmen for sponsoring this season of the OSCA 2024 Weekend Woodsman series. As a thanks to them, they have given us a commercial we are more than happy to show here on air.
Be sure to check out Tim Mayo Conrad and the Weekend Woodsman crew on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button to get notifications when a new video drops, and check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy the race.
We're back.
And we are back. Qualifying still underway. Neil Rutt still on top of the qualifying standings. Cameron Rich filling in for Austin Beers in that 19 car, chasing Owners Championship in that Do Good Motorsports machine. Currently sits in second. Dylan Thomas third, Caden Tufts fourth, and Richard Garcia rounds out your top five right now. Still about 2 minutes left to go in qualifying. But I think, you know, maybe getting some laps, more practice in. Wonder if the track's used up here a little bit. Oh, Caden Tufts going through the grass. Ooh, hard hitting the wall. That's a Steve Park-esque hitting the wall like his rookie year back in 1998. James Miller had ran pretty well most of the race in Iowa for better results here tonight to wind down the season here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ooh, the Landshark kind of Jones, a new look to the car there. Carlos, do you see any? There's no teeth on that one. What's going on?
I know. That's the second time this season.
Wow, he's changed. I don't know. His heart rate. He's in costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just finished working.
Working as a maid, huh? Heck yeah. Oh, he's even got the
cufflinks. That's my favorite part. Yeah.
Man,
Neil Rutt in the YouTube
there's
chat saying I'm eating a burger.
Wait, who said that?
Neil Rutt.
Kinda did? Oh, Neil Rutt. Oh yeah. Wonder what kind of burger he's eating. Oh. Only reason why he saved that car is the cufflinks. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, right.
Daniel
This
Jordan,
car.
15.
Yeah.
I have, before you
Wait,
explain
what?
what's going on here, I have a late pick, and it's going to be Trevor picking the 21.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. But what's going on with the Toyota Camaro?
You may find this scheme familiar. I raced this scheme in a separate league. Daniel Gore is going to be driving the. I'll explain it later.
Yeah, we'll have to find out more. I feel like I've just teased with that story. But here is your lineup for the season finale here, the Weekend Woodsman 200 here in Atlanta. Starting in the front row, Do Good Motorsports teammates here tonight. Neil Rutt III and Cameron Rich on his outside. In row number 2 is Dylan Thomas and Caden Tufts in the 00. Row number 3 is going to be Richard Garcia and Ryan Gable looking for that championship tonight. Looks like he'll be able to get it done unless things go awry. In the next row, it will be Kynan Jones with those cufflinks and James Miller alongside. Jake Scarborough and Dave Carpenter complete row number 5. Row number 6 is Thomas Capuano and Kyle Carlson. Row number 7, the super sub of Zach Rogers filling in for Peeler here tonight. And Hackathorn still rocking that throwback that looks oh so beautiful. Row number 8, Adam Tepe, that only Chevy in the field. And the new look of, actually that was Ray Tracy in the, thought it was a different guy at first. But anyway, still the same driver. Then Wester Green and Daniel Gore, Wester Green in the 8 car tonight. Drew Eisenman and Ryan Millette in row number 10.
Tristan Millette.
Tristan Millette. What did I say?
You said Ryan.
Did I do it again? The quarterback? Damn it. Time on Jim Conrad. I've been off for a few weeks, so brain's all mush. And then Rasheed Coles, Alex Kenton in row number 12. Robert Hill Jr. and James Watson round out the field here tonight. I think only 26 cars. Yes, sir. In the field. And this setup tonight, these boys are saying loose is fast. It is loose here tonight. So it should be some high flying. We should see multi-groove racing here. This is the old Atlanta Speedway, not the current super speedway-esque like track, which produces fun racing in its own. But this was Atlanta in its heyday, when it was always a fun track to watch.
Does 19 have a black flag?
Going to the back. Wonder what the official call is there. Yeah, looks like he's dropping to the rear. And that will move the outside up. That will give Caden Tufts a start on the outside of Neil Rutt. Cameron Rich has got some work to do, especially with his duty here tonight. Try to get that 19 car to win the owner's points. The car points, I guess.
It'll be harder to do from the back, but Cameron Rich, if anybody can do it, it's Cameron Rich.
That's true. We've seen him even on here do it plenty of times. We're about to find out what's gonna happen. As the green flag's out, we're underway. Ooh, wheel spin. Ooh, tank slapper for Neil Rutt. He still hasn't saved it. Oh man, he's dropping back. That's gonna put Caden Tufts, Ryan Gable to the front. Neil is just gonna ride the apron. Maybe just catch his breath and maybe digest that burger a little bit. But Caden Tufts, Ryan Gable is trying to take that lead, knowing the championship is virtually a lock, especially if he can get a win here in half number 1.
Yeah, you know he's not going to take it easy. He's still going to go and try to get that victory. He doesn't care. He can just lock up the championship by having a decent start. He wants to go for gold.
It's always cool to, yeah, even if you have it locked up, you have to have the style points and win the final race. Even if it's in the first half, it's style points. It's cool. But James Miller now looking to dance here with the leaders as he looks inside a gavel. He goes right by him and now getting right to the back bumper of Caden Tufts.
Ooh, a little loosey-goosey already.
Loosey-goosey. And it's got to be very important for these drivers to save their right rear tire for how loose these cars are. And especially you can see how loose they were and how slick this track is even on that initial start with Neil Rutt, who has dropped to the back of the pack. Ooh, we got a helmet cam. James Miller. Have you ever tried VR, Carlos?
Yeah, I have. Unfortunately, my computer's good. It's just with the visual fidelity that I want it to have, it's just not there yet. And my computer isn't there yet. iRacing isn't there yet. So for the time being, I'm still racing on single monitors.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the motion sickness. That's kind of the biggest concern here. As a guy with VR right now, though, taking the lead, I suppose you get used to it.
That's something you can build up for sure. I did not
Yeah.
experience motion sickness in any of my VR attempts with racing games.
Something, yeah, I think we should all try in the future. Never tried it for racing. Tried it in other stuff. As Miller trying to clear that 0-0, but Caden Tufts holding on strong on that outside line. Should get a good run. Ooh, Miller washes up the racetrack. Caden now switches spots, looks to the inside, tries to take back the lead. Only 5 laps into it. These guys are racing like it's the last lap. And if you recall, the big thing for Atlanta Motor Speedway before the new configuration, I guess you could say, or the repave, is tire management. It's huge here. And I don't know if these guys, the 17 or the 0-0 right now, are looking to manage their tires too much. And man, that 19 car, we wondered what it was going to do, working from the back of the pack, already moved up to the 12th position. Flirting with the top 10, looking on the inside of Ray Baracey on the bottom of your 3Y TV multicam. Only 6 laps into the 65 lap first half, and as you see in the top right, 19 cars invert for half number 2.
That's top left.
Top left. You know, I'm still figuring things out here.
Nah, don't worry, it happens.
Yeah, it happens. And Caden Tufts able to win that battle with James Miller in the meantime. Ryan Gable right now looking in his rearview mirror, seeing the 13 car of Dylan Thomas and Richard Garcia right behind him in the 57. Looking to move up further up in the top 5 from where they are running 4th and 5th right now. Thought Dylan Thomas was going to take a peek to the outside. Thought the better of it for now. The big mover, I was just looking at the score pile, and we've talked about Cameron Rich. How about that 15 car of Daniel Gore sitting in 6th position? Started back in 18th and moving up strong. And Carlos, I do want to hear the story about the Toyota Camaro.
So, it was a little late in the week for me to get a paint scheme set up for Daniel Gore, who's driving for RK Motorsports, my team, because Daniel has, he can only run an iRacing stamped scheme, and all of our schemes have already the number on them. And so, I sent him my personal Xfinity ride scheme that I run. And I forgot that I drive Chevys, and only in OSCA is it a Toyota here. So he showed me the photo, and it goes like, I mean, everything looks nice except this is the Chevy. I'm like, oh, wait, everything still lines up correctly? He's like, yeah. It's like, all right, cool, let's just run with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it lines up pretty.
I mean,
pretty good.
this is a very simple scheme. The reason it's like that is because this is Chevrolet's Kinetic Blue metallic paint that I have on my real life car. So that's why it's simple. And I'm sure that's why it works. If there are graphics, it would probably break it, but it's just a metallic paint, which is Kinetic Blue, and on what would be a Chevy normally, but it's on a Toyota this time.
Yeah, and I'm surprised sometimes those Toyota NASCARs line up really wanky with some of the other makes. So I guess Ford and Chevy, but oh, Miller getting a little loose coming out of 4 there. Hangs on to it. Gavel catching back up with the leaders, bringing in tow Dylan Thomas and Richard Garcia. And that Kinetic Blue Toyota Camry in 6th, they're kind of catching that group as well, just little by little. Going back to the 3Y TV multicam, looking back.
You know, you could have said Toyota Supra or Toyota Camaro, but you just went with Toyota Camry.
I did. It just rolls off the tongue. I mean, Camry. And they don't even run an Xfinity. but
Conrad's off track.
Ooh, Conrad. Oh yeah, that's Conrad. A different looking scheme here this week. OSCA Daddy. That was back in what was he running? He was running around the late teens. And now dropped back to about 24th after that little endeavor. Now Gavel's working his way back up into second place, trying to work on Miller, but who's kissing the wall there a little bit. He's looking like he's struggling with the handling there, Carlos. Wonder if he burnt his tires up a little bit.
That's what I think it is. This is Legacy Atlanta 2008. So the track was definitely worn out incredibly. And I mean, the track wore out even more since it was originally scanned for iRacing. So this is a tire shredding car. You go around and even at pace laps, you're killing those tires. Oh my goodness!
Oh, speaking of killing tires, Dylan Thomas. I think he's on a dirt track right now. Burnt those tires up, I'm sure, quite a bit as he falls all the way back into 7th, right behind Zach Rogers in that 27 machine. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of surprised that Neil Rutt hits the wall hard, trying to work his way back up through the field. He got up to 19th, but that damage might not bode well for him if he does have damage. That was a pretty good flick.
You see Tristan Millette getting sideways?
No, I missed that. He got pretty squirrely as well. These cars, you can definitely tell who might have burnt up that right rear just a little bit. That's why I think that's kind of the double-edged sword here tonight with a lot of these guys running the high line. I think Kevin Harvick kind of made it famous at the old Atlanta configuration. It's just a hug and just almost run right, almost his left sides were below the white line at Atlanta just to save those tires, and he was a master at it. But this car is so loose tonight, to tighten it up a little bit, run that high side, try to burn up that right front, not the right rear as much, but I think it's a taller task as we've seen a lot of these guys just getting slideways out of these corners. James Miller, who was battling for the lead just a few moments ago, dropping back into the 4th position now with Daniel Gore, who's worked into the top 5 after Thomas's slide. He's seen that 15 more than we probably should on the side of that Toyota Camaro. I said it right that time.
Yeah,
did a good job.
Because I was looking at James's in-car, and he was pretty much turning to the right on the exit of 3 and 4.
You can take a look at that, see how he maneuvers through turns at 3 and 4 this time. It's looking smooth here, and I think it's on exits where this thing's really going to start. Ooh, put quite a bit. Oh man! And Daniel Gore closed that gap with that little slide that we seen. Miller's hands turn to the right. Man, you see, even going into the corner, he was jerking that wheel back and forth. Looks like he might kind of concede that position to Daniel Gore. Maybe he is hanging on for dear life. And I'm surprised Dylan Thomas, no, it's not Dylan Thomas. That's the other man. I can't remember the team name. It's blanking on me. See, I've been out of the game too long. Been out of the game. Here, another Aviator Racing Toyota. Zach Rogers.
Interesting. We have Robert Hill going down Pit Road. He's got a black flag.
Oh.
Well, he's got 2 black flags now for entering Pit Road incorrectly, but he has a meatball flag too. You can see how damaged that car is on the right side.
I wonder if he kind of slid into the wall, as we see a lot of these drivers this late into a run. According to Vic's math, it was about 35 laps, so we're about 15 away from pitting, about halfway in this run. But these guys might want tires before they run out of fuel, and well, unfortunately for Robert Hill, he's going to have to get his tires sooner than later.
So last week, the majority of the drivers that finished half one in the top 10 never changed their tires. You cannot do that here.
No, not here. It's one of those predicaments you get into here in Atlanta with a limited set of tires. Is almost after 2 laps, you almost feel like you need to get tires here in Atlanta. But with those limited amount of sets, when do you use them? You're going to want them a lot sooner than maybe what you should take them. But I think here, if there's a caution that came out right now, I think we'd see everybody down pit road. Unless someone wanted to be crazy. But we've seen crazy things here. But here in Atlanta, I don't think we're going to see anything too wild as far as pit strategy is concerned. Although, speaking of maybe pitting, maybe short pitting, might be that 17 car of James Miller falling back into 8th. You can definitely tell he's struggling with the handling of that car right now. And I think that handling problem is way too loose. As I don't think we've seen him since we kind of started watching him drop to the back. I don't know if he's been straight on corner exit. Just a little squirrely there, not too bad. Definitely having a hard time. And here's Neil Rutt coming down pit road. We did see him hit the wall. That is our pole sitter. And right off the get-go, too, got pretty squirrely. Caden Tufts down pit road. Definitely seeing a bunch of cars.
These guys, by the way, just so you know, these guys are going for 2 stops. They think the tires are going to be way more important.
That's risky, though, thinking that they're not even going to wreck.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think they also get their lap back if there's a caution, so it's not as big of a risk.
I guess
but that's true. But the one it would be a big risk for is Caden Tufts, who was our race leader. It is a gamble for that double zero. We'll see.
That's why I left the booth. I went and talked to him and the whole weekend with the crew, and I may have mentioned that
you're manipulating the outcome of the race.
I am not manipulating. He asked me at what point would it be a 2-stop, and I said 22. Okay,
that's fair.
He said he was struggling, and then he asked at what point is it a 2-stop, and I said 22 and 44.
The Caden Tufts got a black flag. He got a black flag.
Oh. Our race, or before his pit stop, was the race leader. Now down pit road, he's going to lose multiple laps here with that hold going down pit road. So that opens the door here for Ryan Gable, who has yet to pit. There we see that double zero finally rolling after that penalty. Could be costly, which as Vic was just explaining, maybe if we do have enough cautions, those waiver rounds could benefit that double zero, because he's definitely showing some speed here tonight. She Cole's down pit road now.
Oh, too far.
54. Oh, too far. Is that a Dale Jr. kind of throwback there?
I don't know.
No. This is actually similar to what he runs in official races, but it's just my rendition of it.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. It kind of reminds me. I think there was a Dale Jr. scene. Kind of.
Oh, I'm being shown James Miller has a meatball flag. I have a oh yeah, he killed that wall.
Knocking it down. He was flirting with it for probably the last 10 laps or so, and he finally lost that battle. He'll be coming down pit road as he's limping. Yeah.
You can see, based on the head bobbles, he's still panicking a little bit.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh man, that's a lot of damage for a wall slap there. Yeah, that might be a little bit more serious. The whole right front is pointed in a little bit different direction. A little towed in. The 77 of Drew Eisenman also down pit road. It's on pit road smoothly here. Let's see how much damage he has. So a couple of contenders up towards the front getting either penalties or meatballs here, dropping them out of contention, which puts Cameron Rich 29 laps to get to dead last to second place, and only
he's right
quarter
there.
of a second behind. Yeah, Ryan Gallup right there. And before these two make their pit stops, we might see that 19 car take the lead, which they've battled all season long for the drivers and car championships. Might be a night where we see the 19 car win the car championship, but the one car winning the driver championship.
Happened last season.
Yeah. Gable still holding on, hovering around that quarter-second lead. Oh, now they say that. I was going to say Pierce, but Cameron Rich gets a great exit off the corner. Now he's going to be looking to the inside, going into turns 1 and 2. Kynan Jones making his trip down pit road. This is probably the short pitting of the guys making a one-stop race. So I think Kynan come in and clean up a little bit. You think if you're wearing a maid's outfit, do you clean your own windshield then? Or no? I don't know how that would work. Could be. See, is Kynan's deep breath helping his heart situation?
It did a little.
It did. Wow. See, kind of deep breaths. They do work. Now he get back on the racetrack. He goes right back up again.
Oh, Watson!
Oh,
that's a black flag.
Yeah, if he, man, I'd grill wings if he made pit road speed there. He came in hot. Filling in for me, fine, Zach Evans here tonight. Keeping his trademark yellow wheels from his old.
Oh, Richard.
Oh, Garcia! Too much rear brake. Carpenter the same thing.
Carpenter got a black flag, Garcia did not.
Yeah, Carpenter, I think, came in a little hotter, and I think he totally locked him up. I think Ryan Gable's going to be coming down pit road this time by. I'm sure Cameron Rich will follow relatively quickly after that. Oh, Cameron going to get. And Gavel, I think, was behind him, was spinning.
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh,
no
man.
driver got a black flag for speeding. I don't think it shows me if they get a black flag for unsafe pit entry, though. But for sure, they didn't get it. Yeah.
Cameron's gonna be looking at that, and I think Gavel did as well. Got an unsafe pit entry from, according to the driver's chat. So, man, a lot of the heavy hitters here tonight so far getting into trouble with pit road. So this very well could be who gets on and off pit road the best, and if the 2-stop or 1-stop is the answer. Right now, Matt Hackathorn, that 04 car with the lead. Kyle Carlson second. Alex Kenton third. And I believe everyone else has been down pit road. Carpenter getting off pit road now. His penalty, there's Daniel Gore, who might be in pretty good shape once these pit stops cycle by. He was in the top 5 with a lot of his compadres there having a rough go of it. Sitting pretty once we cycle through these pit stops.
Kenton's staying out, so he's going to be leading a lap.
Kenton the only ones staying out right now. And I think
McIntosh. No, he's going down pit road.
He's pit road. Did OSCA Daddy go down pit road yet?
Yes, Kenton is the only one who has yet to go down pit road.
Okay, so there is your leader, the only car that did not go down pit road. But with that 2-stop strategy, I should say, it will put the 35 car sitting in the catbird seat at the moment. And Kynan Jones, I'm surprised he pitted pretty late there, didn't he? Where'd he go? He's second. Definitely mixed up the field quite a bit with all the hectic happenings on pit road. There you see the Weekend Woodsman Racing drivers first and second once they cycle around here, that 35 and 73. Kenton definitely stretching that fuel tank out here. Kind of the unofficial number 35, and here we see, yep, finally ran her dry. Alex Kenton coming down pit road. That will eventually cycle that lead to Tim Conrad, but he's still got to hold off his teammate Kynan Jones. So that by the time they get to the
Robert
line,
Hill went off track.
Oh,
and
he's got
because
heavy
of
damage.
that, yeah, he actually went through pit road, so he showed up there for a brief second. Yeah, he took a tow. Let's see if we can find out just what happens.
I hate to do this to you, buddy, but we gotta know what's going on. That car is just, you can tell it was not handling good, maybe with that damage.
Oh,
hard
man.
hit. The good thing, it was kind of a weird spot where he hit, but he's very lucky. I'm sure he's very, I mean, not happy that he wrecked, but happy that it didn't shoot up the racetrack and bring out a yellow here. So now we are still green there. You do see that 73 car of Kynan Jones. Miss Cufflinks out there in the maid outfit, leading the race. Tim Conrad second, Dylan Thomas in third. So Toyota 1, 2, 3. Actually 4 with Zach Rogers. Breaking that up is the 57 of Zach Rogers in at fifth. Now it's just going to be kind of a what's the gauge of two stopper or a one stopper? What was the correct answer? And we're going to see those guys who are taking the two stop strategy, as Vic was saying before. About flat 44 is probably when they're looking to make that second pit stop. I don't know. That's going to be a tough one there. You see Daniel Gore moving up through the field, gets back into the top 5. One of the guys who stayed out probably a little bit longer of these guys that did come down pit road, so he's probably got some of the fresher tires. There's the Tim Conrad.
Oh!
Should be soon. Oh, he gets into the wall, trying to let Zach Rogers go by. Rashid Coles, their first car 1 lap down in the 17th position. Second place now, Dylan Thomas trying to chase down Kynan Jones.
By the way, Cameron Rich and Ryan Gavel are both a lap down.
Yeah, so we had Gavel. See, Rich, Gavel, Miller, all those guys that were running in the top 5. Of course, Caden Tufts too, who was leading the race, a lap down as well. And then my boy Adam Tepe in 23rd. Oh boy, leaving that door open a little bit. Where's Vic's pick? Am I still kind of safe? Oh, Millette's a lap down too, so I guess I'll have to work.
I think he missed his stall the first time by.
No, so he went a little hot into pit lane, didn't quite make the commitment line, but had to pit anyway. So that he probably had a penalty for unsafe pit entry.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing, though: his pit stop time was 16 seconds.
And maybe just effing up the entry did it? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's interesting. So you see a lot of the guys who had those pit road penalties are lapped down. And Caden Tufts coming back down pit road, doing that 2-stop strategy. Of course, behind the 8 ball with that penalty when he made his initial stop. You should see Tim Conrad come down pit road, who was your leader once it cycled back around after the green flag pit stops, but he's fallen all the way back into 7th. Rashid Coles, he might have got close to hitting the wall there. Jake Scarborough right behind Cameron Rich, who got real squirrely there. Coming out of turn 4. There's OSCA Daddy coming down. Neil Rutt as well, who took the 2-stop strategy as well. And I had to ask him before the race, Carlos, does that car remind you of anything?
Neil Rutt's?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Pastrana's car.
That's what I said. I actually thought when I was watching random cars in practice when Neil first joined, I was like, oh, I thought someone was actually running a Travis Pastrana car, but going with a different look, he said this week. You see Conrad on the bottom of your screen on that little graphic coming off of pit road. See if,
there they go.
There they go. Robert Hill still on pit road with that heavy damage. But the lead now is in Dylan Thomas's hands. Zach Rogers right behind him. Kynan Jones. A little bit older tires. You see how important tires are. I think Darrell Waltrip always said it, the rubber band track, where things could spread apart, get back together so quickly. A lot of it has to do with the tire wear and how people manage, when you manage to come down pit road. A lot of that plays into it. I see James Miller coming back down pit road for his second stop. After he kind of got forced into the two-stop strategy after getting that damage you see on the right side of his car. Keaton Tufts, I believe now he's 2 laps down after making his second pit stop here of half number 1. And you know, these guys still battling, even these guys who did get penalties, like Cameron Rich and Ryan Gable. They could definitely, you know, they're going to be in that invert spot. Right now, Adam Tepe would be starting on the pole if things ended right now. These guys definitely jockey for position there where they're going to invert. David Westergreen, David Westergreen did a weird thing, filling in for Vince in that 8 car here this week, and I couldn't tell the difference at first with the Evernham style 8, but sure enough, it's an 8. Running his Clemson colors here tonight, Flight Size Sports. Currently running in the 8th position in the 8 car. Get that 8 car some points for that car owners championship, whatever we're calling it here tonight. There's Ryan Gable trying to end that season with the championship and hopefully get into victory lane here as well. Thomas currently still leading with going to be 15 to go once they cross the line, but Zach Rogers, the super sub, definitely closing in on that back bumper of his teammate. He's going to take a look to the inside. Definitely a little bit fresher tires on that 27. It might be hard for Dylan Thomas to hold on to that top spot. Going in and kind of that line, Zach Rogers is probably as close as he can, mimicking the Kevin Harvick line here at the vintage Atlanta Motor Speedway. Maybe biding his time a little bit, trying to save those tires a little bit. You see now, Gamble goes by the 8 car. Richard Garcia on the top part of your screen trying to battle Westergreen for that actually 7th spot now. What happens if I missed? Maybe I missed it. He just passed Richard Garcia. Kyle Carlson in that 18 car looking to improve his position just a little bit as well. Cameron Rich, first car 1 lap down at the moment. That battle for the lead, those 2 black hooded machines for Nurse Aviator Racing battling for that win. 13 laps to go. Look to the inside, nothing going there. Back, he's definitely there. He's make the move maybe at any moment now. Maybe cat and mouse what lines they're running. Probably one of the first times we've seen Zach Rogers not on that bottom line. Makes a move here going into 3. Goes back down to the bottom. So he can get that drive off. Maybe just waiting for Dylan, maybe burn that right rear tire. Oh, but then he's the one who gets sideways. Dylan Thomas will hold him off for another lap. Getting down to go time with what 10 to go once they get back around here once again. Kind of Jones still trying to hold on to that 3rd spot. Trying to hold off that Toyota Camaro of Daniel Gore. Won't be able to do so. Daniel Gore moves into that 3rd spot. Dylan Thomas still holding off Zach Rogers. Virtually, just minimal differences in their lap times in the gap.
Here's something to add. Here's something to add,
What's
Goody. Zach Rogers and Daniel Gore each went down to pit road on lap 34. Dylan Thomas went down pit road a lap earlier on lap 33.
So not that much fresher tires.
So it's slightly fresher tires for second and third place, and this track they do kind of play a difference.
They do, and it almost seemed like when Rogers pulled up to that 13 car that he did have a little bit of an advantage, but now, maybe he burnt him up a little bit, but we just seen him slide a couple laps ago, and he got right back up to this back bumper. So he might have to time this out right, and make sure. I think the biggest thing is corner exit and how loose this car is. He's got to save those tires, make that one move for the lead. Although now I say that, it looks like maybe Thomas is gapping him a little bit, but these guys, even though they're teammates, I believe they're in Discord here together. They're probably playing cat and mouse games with each other right now at the moment.
It really looks like Zach Rogers has much better entry to the corner compared to Thomas, but he just can't put the pedal down at the exit of the corner like Thomas does.
Yeah, that's the big key, but you see a little bit of a bobble for Dylan Thomas there trying to get around the lap car of Ty McIntosh. And I think that's what kind of hurts these cars in the corner when you have to put a little bit more wheel into it to stay off that car on the top side, and that's what makes me passing at the bottom a little tough. Even there, this is a little wiggle. I think this car just has a natural wiggle off the corner, even if you're driving it pretty good. That gap, as you see, just kind of very minimally staying about the same over the past 5 laps here. Let's see what it is this time by. Oh, looked like Dylan was about to get into the wall, but actually had it laid down a pretty good lap compared to what Rogers did. Pulled away just a little bit. Daniel Gore starting to turn the wick on, but still is about 4 and 4 tenths off. Let's see, this kind of was changing. Pushing up now. Now you see Zach Rogers trying to find a different line to get back to the back bumper of Dylan Thomas here now with 5 laps to go as they cross the line. And man, that time Zach Rogers looked like he was going to give the wall lift up pasito there.
Where did he come from?
Caden Tuff's trying to get one of his laps back here, which could, if there is a late caution, that could play huge. So a little bit racing on the line there for the 0-0. With a lot fresher tires, should make some easy work of Dylan Thomas, but is that going to mess up his entry here or exit? 4 to go. Probably inadvertently doing so right now. That lap car of Caden Tuff's kind of playing an advantage for Dylan Thomas. But now he's going to take a look to the inside. See if this maybe hamper his line a little bit, but there's giving him the top side, where Dylan was running. And even running side by side, Zach Rogers unable to really capitalize and close that gap as we come to the line here with only 3 laps to go.
I did notice that Thomas runs that outside line better than Rogers is able to. So when he's able to run that outside line, he's able to match and even put up lap times faster than second and third place. But when he has to dip down to the inside line for whatever reason, that's when Rogers and Gore are able to catch up to them slightly.
See now if any ditch effort, although Dylan run a little bit lower.
That's aero blocking right there.
That's aero, yeah. And now with 2 laps to go,
woo!
Zach Rogers is right there in the back bumper, but sliding through the tri-oval there. One last look, they're both taking the same line. Aero blocking going on through 1 and 2. What's going to happen in 3 and 4? Is Zach Rogers going to have a good enough run? Looks like he'll definitely have a shot going into 3. But being a teammate, I don't think there's going to be any dirty pull going on here. They both take the same line. Going to be tough. That's 27 cars got to rotate better, but I don't think he's going to. Dylan Thomas holds off his teammate to take half number 1 of the Weekend Woodsman 200.
That was 2 to go. Now 1 to go.
Oh, now it's 1 to go. I wasted it.
It's all right. Just regroup. You got this,
Yeah,
buddy.
regroup. And one more time with feeling. Now for real. Going into 3 and 4. This time it looks like Dylan has a better shape than he did last lap when I thought it was the final lap. One car goes to the bottom of the track trying to stay out of the battle. But this time for real, Dylan Thomas takes the checkered flag. Zach Rogers second. Daniel Gore third. Looks like Matt Hackathorn sideways there takes fourth. Scarborough fifth. And Kynan Jones sixth. Carlson seventh. Ray Bracey eighth. David Westergreen ninth. And Alex Kenton.
Oh, record the back.
That could maybe play a change, but I think Kenton did get round out your top 10, but maybe a couple spots change. Garcia will be the last car in the lead lap if he rolls that car across the line. Looks like it's struggling. He's got a lot of damage there. Oh boy, got to do it for pride. Killed. What this is? What was it like? Truex at Sonoma, just trying to limp that thing across the line. But Dylan Thomas wins half number 1. Ryan Gavel, for what it's worth, came home in 16th. And I don't know what the points gap going in. I couldn't remember. I didn't see a total number, but if that could maybe play into a chance for
Gavel finishing higher than 18th. Wins in
Well, he sure did.
So he is the official champion of.
Oh.
So there you go.
Yeah. Did Dylan Thomas finish? Will he lock second up? I guess.
No. It's the points are way too close still. Still gonna have to race for it.
All right, I like it. It's like a hunt. You're hunting for this second spot. Which wouldn't that lead to? Did I do decent for a commercial thing? Did I do it right?
Normally we play it after the second half picks, but you know what? Shout out to Weekend Woodsman for sponsoring the OSCA series and the race league. So let's we're gonna swap it up here in the last one. Let's play our commercial, and then when we come back, we'll go over the Binks Design race picks and Goody. I mean, Vic, I think we may have already crowned the champion for that. So we'll be back.
Be sure to check out Tim Mayo Conrad and the Weekend Woodsman crew on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button to get notifications when a new video drops, and check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy the race.
And we are back, and with that we will lead into the Binks Designs broadcast picks. I was gonna say championship, but maybe I'm just gloating here a little bit.
Okay.
Do you see? Did I do it?
Okay, so Goody, you want to gloat so much. I got something for you to gloat about.
Okay.
You have to make the first pick.
Hey, you know what?
That means that you made the worst pick. I just want to point that out.
Hey, I had to at least do it once this season. I probably have, but well, you know what? I'm feeling arrogant and spry. I'm gonna pick a guy I haven't picked all year. I'm going with the 54 of Rashid Coles.
That is a pick.
Love you, Rashid.
A pick. So Trevor says that he wants the 00 for half 2, so he's gonna get it.
That's a good pick.
My pick finished right in front of his, which is depressing. Really hoping. And I don't know who to pick for half 2. So, man. Oh boy, who do I pick? I'm going to go with a guy that I can't stand as a person. I'm going to go with the 04 of Matt Hackathorn.
What's wrong with Hackathorn?
Oh, you know what's wrong with Hackathorn. You've seen the shit that he gives me. Carlos, you're up.
I don't know how. Was mine the best pick? No, the driver's, right?
Driver's was.
Okay, all right. I don't know. Okay. Well, hey, listen, I wish him the best of luck. and he got himself a good finish. So it's all I can ask for. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna wish number 35 the best of luck in half number 2.
That's a pick.
We made picks. We picked.
So is it over?
The drivers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. The drivers. Yeah, it's over. Goody's the champion. Good job. The drivers want the 15 cars.
Nice.
Okay.
Picking
That's a good pick.
Camera.
Dingus. And Gable won the championships.
Yeah.
All
A lot
right.
of
Well,
things locked.
Goody.
One thing's not locked. Okay, go ahead.
Would you like to see your report?
Sure.
So
I've heard about it.
I got this
I
in
haven't.
the highest definition photo you've ever seen. Let's take a look at your shirt.
All right.
Da 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 da.
What?
Wants to scroll down.
What's on the shoulder there?
That's been edited out by Mr. Rudd himself.
Ah.
Your Binks Design
beautiful.
2024 a broadcast
Ooh.
champion.
Ooh. That is awesome. Beautiful. Look at that. Gotta go check them out. They do great work. Great work there at Binks Designs. For your custom apparel and tumbler needs. Again, that was Binks Designs at was it myshopify.com or dot something like that. Try to do that right. You search Binks Designs. I think I think that's how I did it. Got there. Got to them.
Also use the link in the bio.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. Heck yeah.
50
But,
seconds remaining.
50 seconds, which with the invert, Thomas Capuano, Tristan Millette will be on your front row here for half number 2. So a lot of guys, that maybe didn't have the best of runs are going to be up front. And again, that's going to be a couple of the guys who actually ran really well at the beginning part of half number 1, such as Ryan Gavel, Cameron Rich, as Gavel will start in 4th, Cameron Rich in 6th. So, and especially Rich, which I'm assuming he won't have a penalty here for half number 2, will have his best starting position.
Oh yeah, Vic, what was up with that?
Yeah, what was up with that? Oh, he's not talking.
Wrong
Yeah.
banner. Chase driver's going up the green banner.
Oh. Tricky,
That makes
tricky.
sense. That's fair.
That does make sense. Yeah.
You know what?
It's,
The
I
protest
can
is
see
called
the
off.
Mistake, but yeah, I can see the mistake of why that happens, but I get that. So with that, we'll kick off half number 2 here. Again, the top 19 cars from half number 1 will invert here in half number 2, which means that 21 car from Team Mixture Rich is on the front row. It's the crazy man himself, Thomas Capuano. And alongside him, the best the man can get, Tristan Millette, Neil Rutt III, and Ryan Gavel in row number 2. Row number 3 will be OSCA Daddy Tim Conrad and Cameron Rich. He'll be looking to flying up to the front starting in 6th. Row number 4, Ty McIntosh and Drew Eisenman in those Fords. And in row number 5, Richard Garcia and Alex Kenton. Kenton, who led a couple laps with the pit strategy he had here tonight. See if we can do that again here in half number 2. Row number 6, David Westergreen and Ray Bracey. Row number 7, Kyle Carlson and Kynan Jones. Landshark made. And row number 8 is Jake Scarborough and Matt Hackathorn. Row number 9, Daniel Gore and Zach Rogers. See if he can do one spot better here in half number 2. Row number 10, Dylan Thomas, your half 1 winner. And the only Chevy in the field, Adam Tepe in 20th. In 21st, Dave Carpenter, who had a pit road speeding penalty. A lot of these guys did. Caden Tufts also did in that 00. In row number 12 is man, who's filling in? I missed it now. James Watson's and James Miller, the row of James. And your final row here, Rashid Coles and Robert Hill Jr. And that is your lineup here for half number 2. Thomas Capuano made these chase-offs here tonight. Maybe has a chance here to get into the top 3 in the standings. Once the season is done, he'll be starting on the front row, on the pole, seeing if he can get it done here tonight. As the field gets rolling, gets underway. So you got the row of Toyota, I almost said Camrys again, Toyota Supras in the front row. It's in my head now.
But we can't confirm Tristan Millette. That's a Toyota Supra.
That is a Toyota Supra. I can definitely tell by the headlights. Although, you know, Supra isn't quite shaped like that, but you know, it's got to fit a.
I mean, it's a BMW.
Xfinity Series template. It's a BMW. Come on, guys. So 65 more laps. It's gonna be interesting to see what pit strategy works out this time. The 2-stopper didn't work maybe as well as planned, but a lot of speeding penalties as well that might have put a hamper on some of those. So here we go, getting ready to wind down the season, our last half of the 2024 A season for the OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series. We're underway, half number 2. Thomas Capuano leads him to the green, gets a lot better start than we've seen our leader take in half number 1. Capuano clears Tristan Millette. Car down pit road already. 52.
Scarborough.
Yeah, Jake had a terrible start.
Yeah, it's so terrible. He's on pit road. So that's...
I think he spun into pit road.
Yeah, that's not good. Not good to wait to start half number 2. But, good way to start half number 2 is Ryan Gable's rocket to the front. Paying an ode to team owner Seth Rawls there, Rocket Man. Getting around Tristan Millette for the 2nd spot. And
Caution is out. Oh, man.
Oh, Hackathorn. And Rashid Coles.
Matt the Hack. Hackathorn involved in this one.
And James Miller will not going to be tougher to rebound after the speed he showed in half number 1. Heavy damage to the rear end of his car. Does get it going, but don't know how well she's going to be driving. Looks like it's
Oh, these drivers.
Dog walk a little bit.
They've driven specifically 2 laps, so I expect to see everybody going down pit road.
Yeah. I bet you some of them are thinking, man, I wish I had fresh tires.
Oh, heck! Fun in the sun for the 96 and the 04.
Yeah. Ooh. Was that beef that got settled? Oh man.
Was that it?
I don't.
Oh no!
Oh,
I don't think that was...
No. I was gonna say, but you know what did settle it? I believe, Vic, that was both of our picks there that got pretty heavy damage in that wreck.
You know
who wasn't involved? My pick.
We suck sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah.
Of course, we picked the finale to suck. Carlos, he's picked every other race.
I'm sorry. How many championships do you guys have combined?
2.
What?
So yeah, I won the first one.
Wait, did you? I won the. No, I won the first one.
You won the 2nd and the 3rd.
This is the 4th one.
Yeah. It's crazy. We've been doing it for a while. I think when I won the first one, it was only like me and you, or me, you, and might have been. Was it Bayuk? I can't remember. But yeah, this is our 4th season. The hard lick there though for Rashid. And man, Miller might have been fine with that. Oh, he did have quite a bit of damage after the hit with Dylan Thomas. Looking back at that,
this is blowing my
world. Car involved. Makes you feel old, doesn't it?
God, Tristan telling me he was born in 2005 made me feel old.
Yeah. I feel like these guys still should be in booster seats in here, and Tristan Millett running in third there. You know, just to let you know that, I mean, I got a good 20 years on him. It's crazy. Born in '85.
He was like, yeah, I was born in 2005, and that was a kick in the groins. And then he's like, yeah, I just turned 18, and that was another kick in the groins.
Yeah, right. Oh, man, you know, I do a good enough job of my own to make me feel old. I don't need these young kids telling me I'm old. Damn it. But one young kid up front, Thomas Capuano, he's got a tall task to do here, holding off the 2 cars in that outside row. That 1 car, Ryan Gable, and that 19 car of Cameron Rich. And those are 2 cars, of course, I think are going to, you know, once we get to pit stop time, might be a little more careful on pit road entry. There you see behind him Neil Rutt, our pole sitter for half number 1, did have that rough start with spinning those tires, and we even seen how bad it can get here in half number 2 with Jake Scarborough going down pit road. He spun the tires so bad, so we haven't seen these guys restart on old tires, so this is gonna be interesting to see how these guys go on lap number 6. Again, only 2 laps with these tires, but that's tire wear nonetheless. Green flag's back out. Oh, and Neil Rutt has trouble again on the restart.
Oh, Neil.
It's almost a carbon copy of what he did in half number 1.
I'd like to point out where my driver is right now.
Who did you pick again? I kind of
35.
35. OSCA, look, top 10 in the middle of 3 wide. Trying to hang on. Battle with Kenton, Ray Bracey, kind of Jones. One guy's not in a battle anymore. Ryan Gable up front. Actually, now he's in a battle. Cameron Rich looks underneath just as quick as he takes the lead. Going into 1. Cameron Rich clears the 1 car of Ryan Gable, our 2024 A champion, with battling the car that he's duking it out with the owner's points. Capuano trying to hang on, but Ty McIntosh trying to get into victory lane here. One last chance to do it here in that 95 car. Trying to stay within arm's reach of Ryan Gable and Cameron Rich.
Austin Beers in the YouTube chat saying, you're old, Goody, and also that move made me proud, Cameron.
Hell yeah, Cameron made one hell of a move. Yeah, he's definitely not old like I am. He's still spry enough to make those moves, even though I never could. That was beautiful by Cameron Rich. Got a rocket launch out of turn number 4 there.
You know, I'll pile onto your what you just said, Goody. Okay, not only are you too old to make those moves, you're also not as good enough driver to make those moves.
Well, that's what I tried to say. I don't know if I ever could have.
You. I don't know. Have you ever passed anybody for the lead, Goody, other than on a pit cycle?
Or super speedway?
Super speedway? Yeah. You know what? I mean, not in a league race. I can honestly say that, but you know, I've done it official a couple times.
I've done it as
well. Your high rating like 700?
No, it's low because I haven't really ran official races much since I've done league races. So it's probably only like 1800. I can't quite remember what it is, but it's not very high. Not very high at all. What's your ratings, boys?
I think mine's like 2500.
I think mine is above 2000, but it's oh boy. No, 1757.
Oh.
I'm not good. I'm consistent. I can hold on to my car. I just find a lot of bad luck.
That's definitely one of my problems. Is you
I feel
always
like
find.
I'm really good at restarts. I feel like that's the only really good at restarts and really good at like holding like the outside line. But other than that, I lack skills and everything.
Yeah.
Tim Conrad goes around, as well as my hopes and dreams.
Oh man, and Kynan Jones involved. So a couple weekend Woodsman drivers bringing out your second caution.
Oh, that car's killed.
Oh boy. Hey, we know Kynan can clean by his outfit, but I don't know how he's going to be able to repair that car. It's in pretty rough shape. Take a look at what brought our caution. Conrad was sliding back.
I think caution was up by that point.
So what happened here? Ooh.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. And see, I'm Tim Conrad in officials. That's what happens to me.
Yep. That's about it. And if I ever did make a move for the lead, that'd be like 2 lap cars and fresher tires taking me out. Oh, was that like a mega chain reaction? Because if we watch it one more time, I thought I saw, I don't know if Watson and Hill.
We'll watch it after pit stops.
Make contact. Yeah, and yeah, as we see cars coming down pit road, that was interesting. See who wins
Neil
the race off pit road. So
Dave Carpenter and Neil Rutt stayed out.
Stayed out. So they're probably sticking to that one-stop strategy. And either way, these guys are going to have to make one more stop. But I think we can pretty much fully expect the 71 and 66 to go to the back of the pack with a little bit older tires. Although, on the other hand, probably they're thinking is there's not a lot of these laps that we've had so far have been green flag laps.
I think that they're just leading a lap and then going down pit road. But you want to look at that replay again?
Yeah. Yeah, here's a good angle. Let's see. Nope. That was, I thought for a second there, one angle, it looked like the 6 and the 20 might have got together while Robert Hill was making that aggressive move. And at a certain angle it looked tight, and I'm sure in his cockpit that I think he felt like he had to hug the bottom more than the top. And eventually got into the 73 of Kynan Jones. So we got Do Good 1, 2, 3 right here. I'd love to see it. Cameron Rich in that 19 car. Won the race off pit road.
As a refresher.
There's a refresher for the drivers' chase-off standings and the team standings. I think that overall championship, Shift Esports, is in pretty good shape, but I think the 19 car trying to hoist up that trophy for Do Good Motorsports would definitely be pretty cool to see as well. There you see even looking at I'm trying to look at the top couple drivers there of Gable, he is our champion, Dylan Thomas and Thomas Capuano. See if they can get into second and third. That battle should be pretty spicy here. But Neil Rutt and Dave Carpenter, who is your leader, staying out, saving a set of tires, which the big thing it could pay off is if we see a little bit more of green flag runs in half number 2 and we can still get at least one more caution or 2 more cautions. They might be sitting pretty good. Pretty good if we get maybe a late caution too, and they're the only cars that could take fresh rubber at that point. And now the field doubles up, 1 to go. Come back around. It'll be 50 laps to go to wind down the 2024 A season of the OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series. Some guys moving up to the field. Zach Rogers, who started in back in the 18th position, all the way up to 8th. Caden Tufts, we've seen that speed from him leading early on in the going. Half number 1, worked his way up into the 12th spot. James Watson, sorry, he's at the 13th. I'm surprised James Miller 15th with the amount of damage he had on the the back end of his car after the first caution of the night. So now the pace truck rounds out of turn number 4, diving onto pit road. Dave Carpenter taking the lead. Hope these guys in those old tires get a good start. They try to. Dave does. Neil again is struggling on these starts. At least he has the top side of the track. He gets into the wall. But those old tires, Cameron Rich and Ryan Gable able to rocket to the lead. Carpenter trying to hang on. Neil Rutt getting into the wall. Those tires definitely, again, not if 10 laps on green flag runs for these older tires might be true. Might not. It might even be less than that. But you can see the differences as Carpenter just hanging on for dear life. Already dropping out of the top 10. But does have 2 tires in the bank, and there's still a pit stop to go. So they're hoping that's a long con playing out for him right now. Or at least that's what they're hoping. See the 3-wide TV multicam right in the back half of the top 10. Ray Bracey, that car just exiting out of the screen. There he is, that brown cat-like looking machine. Rounds out your top 10. James Watson, Jake Scarborough, Dylan Thomas wanting to get up in there, duke it out. Caden Tufts on the inside of Ray Bracey now. See if he can flex those muscles that he showed in half number 1 early on in the going before we made our first flight pit stop. Capuano regrouping here. He's right on the back bumper of Ryan Gable. Ty McIntosh trying to duke it out with his teammate of Gable right ahead of him. Cameron Rich holding on to the lead here in lap number 19. Ty McIntosh does move into that 3rd spot. Maybe take a peek on the inside, gets sideways. Whew. Hangs on, lives to run another lap, but Thomas Capuano trying to work to the outside to get that 3rd spot back from Ty McIntosh. And that's opening the door for the guy who's been rocking it through this field, Zach Rogers. He's cracking into the top 5 now. That other bigger mover and shaker, Caden Tufts, in the 9th position. So worked his way into the top 10. See, almost every car I've seen running on that bottom line, definitely getting squirrely, getting loose on corner exit. Having to put just that little bit extra wheel in it when you're running too wide, and a lot of times it doesn't end well for that, especially that right rear tire. See Zach Rogers taking a peek on the bottom of your 3-wide TV multicam. Taking a peek at Ty McIntosh. He has Thomas Capuano locking him right now. And I just heard someone else in the driver's chat brought up Neil Rutt III scheme looking like Travis Pastrana. So at least I wasn't the only one here tonight thinking that.
That's what I said earlier too. So you already weren't the only one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot I asked you that. It was so long ago. That was like 30 minutes ago. But Ryan Gable takes over the top spot over Cameron Rich. He's going to lead. He wants to so badly to round out a championship win with the final trip to victory lane. These guys, man, what, 5 cars under a blanket. But I think the big thing is, when do you come down pit road? Make that final pit stop of the night. Getting on and off pit road, how big it was in half number 1 with your top 2 guys. Very, very well could have been in contention for that half 1 victory if they did not have those pit road penalties. Seen everything from, I guess, meatball flags to unsafe pit entry to speeding down pit road. I'm sure those guys made adjustments to make sure they can get on pit road safely on and off without having to come back down again. With all that being said, Gable pulling out. Pulling away from Cameron Rich in the meantime. As that battle for 10th, as we see on top of the screen, really heating up between Jake Scarborough and Richard Garcia. Jockeying for position right ahead of them. That cat car, Bojo, Ray Bracy. It's interesting. I think that's one of my favorites. I like the look of that one.
It's a good scheme, definitely, for sure.
I like it. Yeah. Dylan Thomas, half number 1 winner, just outside the top 10 now. He's up 7 spots from that 19th starting position, from that invert. His way into 12th, and behind him, James Watson also running, moving up through the field pretty quickly. He's up 10 spots, starting 23rd. Now, running on lap 27 of 65. It's about, my math is correct, about 39 laps to go. Ooh,
yeah.
That's hard.
You nailed it.
Look at me go. I nailed it. But now, you know, looked like Gable was pulling out to a little bit of a lead, and a couple laps later, here comes Cameron Rich right back to the back bumper. As they're both kind of pulling away from Thomas Capuano, but still about half a second back, if not a little less, from that 21 machine. Getting those first OSCA victories earlier this season at Knoxville, Capuano would, I don't even know if he can contain his emotion, if he can knock off Rich and Gable here tonight and end the season with his 3rd victory. Going bananas. Here comes Cameron Rich, though, taking a peek to the inside. Last season's champion Cameron Rich going more to a part-time role here this season. Filling in for Austin Beers. Trying to get that lead, trying to put that 19 car to victory lane one last time. On the line, lap 30.
You don't want to forget about the 2 guys right behind him, Thomas Capuano and Zach Rogers. Ryan Gavin and Kevin Rich has been going at it this whole time since the restart, but the guys behind him, they're still there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they looked like they were pulling away not too long ago, but definitely closing back in. And Zach Rogers looks like he's closing in a little bit on that 21 car. And like you said, if these, you know, Cameron Rich, Gable still battling like this in, you know, 10 more laps, wonder if Capuano, Zach Rogers saving their tires a little bit. Oh, Tufts. He was moving up through the field. There's some damage too to that right side of his.
He just got the meatball flag.
Camera again. Yep. You can see he's going down pit road. And for a second time here tonight, kind of a unwanted pit stop here. Unwilling result from the pit stop. These guys still going at it. Nothing settled between the 1 and the 19 yet.
You also got Adam Peeler over in the YouTube chat asking people, what's up?
Hey, Peeler, what's going on? Why aren't you in your car? That's what I want to know what's up. Oh, now I'm really mad at him.
He's walking on the beach.
Yeah, he's at the beach, and I tell you why, but it'd get really personal really quickly if I do that.
Oh. Maybe it's, I'm just going to say it's a self-reflecting moment for...
Sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
This is,
Why?
That's Peeler right now.
Why me? Man, here we see another battle on the racetrack, though. That is David Westergreen and Richard Garcia. That's the battle for the 6th position. Kyle Carlson working right behind them. Trying to take advantage of an opportunity if one arises here between that 57 and 8 car. And man, still mano-a-mano there for Gavel and Cameron Rich, and still kind of surprised that.
Oh, Gavel got loose.
Oh, wow. He did get loose. Oh, Capuano in the wall as well. Zach Rogers is going to move into the 3rd spot. Trying to buy their time, and I think down pit road, Dave Carpenter, Neil Rutt making pit stops. So they kind of broke it. They kind of stuck with about that halfway point of coming down pit road. So their strategy was kind of set in stone. They will, if they can manage to unlap themselves, or once it cycles through here, there is a late caution. That's where I think it could benefit the 66 and 71. Get some fresh tires when everyone else is on old rubber, but they gotta wait until everyone else makes their final pit stop of the night.
While you're on this discussion, I actually want to bring something up. I think we're going to start seeing pit stops in about 10 laps.
10 laps.
I believe that's when we'll start to see everyone that pitted under the last caution. I think that's when they'll almost have to pit, if my math is correct.
Will we see? I wonder if we'll see anyone try to undercut that too. Oh yeah, see, 10 laps would be. Got 130 to go now. 10 laps would be 20 to go. Yeah. I think that would be probably the standard wheelhouse. I think if you pitted any sooner than that, you might be stretching those tires a little bit more than what you want to go. It's a gamble of how long you stretch it out versus how good your tires you want them to be at the end. It's internal struggle is real here for a lot of these drivers, but 10 laps Vic thinks is the number. We'll find out here in a few moments. We'll see how that pit strategy too plays out for the 77 or 71 and 66 are currently running in the 19th and 20th positions. Cameron Rich now definitely good on the long runs here. That battle kind of subsided there for the lead, and Cameron Rich pulling away to over a half-second over Ryan Gable. Capuano kind of falling off too after that little kiss with the wall. See if Zach Rogers can capitalize, still about a second back from Cameron Rich, and it looks like he might be closing in a little bit on that one car, Ryan Gable. Ty McIntosh, another car we just saw moments ago in our top 3, kind of struggling a little bit on the long run here, falling back to the clutches of, we see this battle that hasn't subsided either between Garcia and Westergreen. So Garcia currently in the top 5. Westergreen wants to get there. Ty McIntosh slipping back now to the 8th position, just trying to hang on, waiting to make his final pit stop of the night. Man, Gavel, you can see really struggling getting that car rotated. I wonder if he burnt them right front almost. It looked like he got tight. That was interesting. Zach Rogers definitely closing in on that one car. Came oh so close to getting that victory in half number 1. I'm sure Zach Rogers would like to get in victory lane 2 to cap off his another season of great sub work for that man. Almost I think he drove for probably just about every team out there this season. Ty McIntosh has come down pit road, and also James Watson, that's what I was going to see. James Watson down pit road. So I wonder if that opens the door now. 25 laps to go.
Sure does.
Ooh, yep, Cameron Rich. I think he got one a lot better. It looks scary, man. He was wobbling quite a bit, but able to come down.
Didn't mess it up.
Rogers. No. Westergreen. I think Rogers even closed that gap quite a bit coming down pit road. on pit entry, so he definitely has it down. Cameron Rich getting his tires changed. David Westergreen. See if more cars soon to follow. I think one to see. I'm going to see where Neil Rupp cycles around here with that short stop. If he can even hang on for maybe even a better run if they can make it the rest of the way, which I think they should, but they'll be a lot older tires. Tristan Millette, Dylan Thomas down pit road now. Daniel Gore, I believe, then. Ray Bracey, I don't think we saw him off coming down pit road.
Yeah, Ray Bracey's in pit road.
Bracey. Gable staying out at the moment. Oh, Millette missing the pit box. Gable holding on. I think he wants those fresh tires at the end. I think he's probably in that boat. I want a little bit fresher tires than Cameron Rich at the end, especially how well.
I don't know about that
Cameron
one,
Rich
Chief.
You don't think so? So I think it's
we saw it, and we saw in half one the driver that had the fresher tires just like they can get to the back bumper, they just couldn't execute the pass at the end.
Yeah, it's true, and man, but look at how upset that one car is. He's got to be begging for tires right now. And you know, I think if he stays out a couple laps longer, he'll get a bigger advantage. But he's definitely losing a lot of time to Cameron Rich, who's in that 8th position, our first car, 1 lap down. But stay out coming to 20 laps to go. See if Ryan decides to come down pit road. Doesn't look like he's going to do so. Stays out another lap. And now Cameron Rich unlapping himself pretty quickly. As we see Thomas Capuano said enough's enough. He's coming down pit road. So it's Jake Scarborough, who's running in the top 5. Now, I think we would see Gavel and Garcia come down pit road relatively quickly. Trying to stretch his fuel out like he did in half number 1. Also, Robert Hill Jr. Coming down 19 laps to go. Ryan Gable again clinched the championship. Finishing, I think 16th. He had to finish 18th or better. He got the job done half number 1. Now looking to get into victory lane. I think he might be running this thing till the tank's empty. Oh man, trying to hang on, but as his teammate Ty McIntosh coming down pit road, unlapping himself. I'm really starting to scratch my head here by the pit strategy in Gable, but maybe not a lot to lose since he's already got the championship. But he needs some fresh rubber on that. Maybe he's just hoping, pleading there's a caution, and he's not the one involved in said caution. And here we go, Gable down pit road. He did go significantly farther than Cameron Rich. I'd say by at least 5 or 6 laps, if not more. That will cycle the lead to Richard Garcia, Alex Kenton second, and Robert Hill. I believe James Miller did come down pit road, I believe. So I think those are the 3 cars. Oh, James Miller is on pit road now. Okay. Garcia, Kenton, and Hill yet to make their final pit stops here of the night. 17 laps to go. Definitely will need to come down pit road before the season concludes. Cameron Rich will eventually cycle back out to leader Robert Hill coming down pit road. And after the pit stop, Ryan Gavel back in 17th right now. 1 lap down. So he'll be in the boat of trying to unlap himself once all's said and done. But he'll have a lot fresher tires too as Garcia and Kenton make their final pit stops, and that will cycle the lead back around to Cameron Rich in that 19 car. He has Zach Rogers close behind him as well, about a half a second back. Ty McIntosh third, so a lot of positions jockey with the difference of when they came down pit road for their final pit stop. And I believe now with cycling around, Gable stayed on the lead lap in 14th now. The lead between Zach Rogers and Cameron Rich pretty much staying the same. Be a tough night for Zach Rogers, finishing second in both halves if all plays out in these final 14 laps. Seeing if he can maybe do one spot better. Oh man, I thought Scarborough, he might have got into the wall though. That was, looks like he darted out and the caution is out. Something happened. I think it might have involved Jake Scarborough, who had some issues there.
He's not in the server.
He might have lost his packet. Something happened. It looked like he shot straight to the wall, so something must have happened with him. Just goes straight in the wall, rides around. It could have been one of the black screens of...
Oh, came to complete stop.
Oh boy. That could have been some issue going on there. But
he said it's a screen freeze.
Screen freeze, yeah.
He said I know like a lap or two prior, he had an issue where he dropped a ton of frames in 4.
Wow.
So I'm not too shocked about screen freeze. Yeah. Feel bad for him though.
Yeah, he was having a good run here tonight. But now, like I said, there's 2 cars coming down pit road. Neil Rutt the third, actually, yeah, 3. Daniel Gore.
I'm surprised. Well, no, I'm not. No, I'm not, because a lot of the drivers only had 2 sets of tires, except for Neil Rutt and Dave Carpenter, who, remember, stayed out on that first caution. Everybody went down pit road. This could be phenomenal for these drivers and Daniel Gore. I'm assuming he must have saved tires or something, or he shouldn't have. I guess he's just repairing damage, but Neil Rutt and Dave Carpenter for sure have additional sets of tires.
Yeah, they could. This is kind of, I think, almost pretty close to exactly what they were hoping for. There might not, some of these guys maybe stretched it out, like Garcia, who will have pretty even tires with them. Even Ryan Gable, who came down pretty late in that run, but the 66 and 71 will definitely have a tire advantage. So what seemed like a head-scratching move moments ago after our last caution for them staying out, it could really pay off and potentially get them a top 5 or top 10 run here tonight, close out the season. Maybe a victory if those tires are that big of an advantage. Well, we're going to find out. As Cameron Rich, though, dominant here in half number 2, but a lot of cars behind them could have fresher rubber. Do you have a graphic or something where these guys last pitted?
Let's see if I fixed it, because I spent some time over the weekend. Let's see, pit stint length. I did! It's fixed!
It is fixed, so the freshest tires is going to be, right, I'm reading this correct? Capuano? Yeah.
In the top 10, it would not be Capuano, because he's gone 42 laps.
Oh, on this stint, okay. Yeah, what? Does he have a set left then?
He last went down pit road on lap 12. That sounds wrong.
That does sound wrong.
That does sound wrong. That's what I'm being shown, that he last went down pit road on lap 12.
Interesting.
So first driver with the freshest set of tires would be Bracy with 12 laps.
Oh, 12 laps, yeah.
Yeah, pit stop lap. Here we go. We'll see.
Okay,
Lap
there we go.
41.
Oh, okay. Lap 41.
Tom pitted 46.
46.
That's a lot he did.
So then, in that case, Capiano would still be the fresher tires. Then it just doesn't show for some reason. It would be 46 somewhere around here.
That's different. But interesting of Capiano's situation. But so most of these leaders in the top 10 pretty similar on tires, except for Capuano, who have a little bit fresher tires. And again, Neil Rutt and Dave Carpenter back in 14th and 15th with the freshest tires in the field here, just coming down pit road under this, I guess our current caution right now. But I think the big thing here will be see Zach Rogers finish second in half number 1 to Dylan Thomas. Can he make one spot better? But he's got to get around Cameron Rich, who's been dominant, been fast all night long. Could have maybe even held the broom out here tonight if pit penalty in half number 1 didn't hamper his chances. Pace truck dives down pit road. We get back to green, 9 laps to go. Great restart for Cameron Rich, a rough one for Zach Rogers. That's going to open the door now for Ty McIntosh, trying to move into the second position. Looks like he will do so. Cameron Rich trying to take advantage of that clean air. Zach Rogers does eventually clear the 95 car. These guys on fresh tires are behind him. Capuano looked like he was going 3 wide, but Gable, who's on the freshest set, already up into 4th. He is rocketing through this field. So staying out for him might have definitely paid off. Kind of wondered when he was staying out as long as he did on that green flag cycle of pit stops. Why'd he do so? This might be the reason why right here. He's moved up into the 3rd spot, and he is moving. Ty McIntosh now in a battle with Alex Kenton for that 5th position. And there, Neil Rutt, probably the freshest tires in the field, trying to crack the top 10. He's got a gaggle of cars to go through. Not many laps to do so. 7 laps to go here in the Weekend Woodsman 200 at Atlanta.
Wow, just look at how easy he's able to do this.
Yes, and he's taking it, was it 4 wide there? I don't know. He's got such a good run, it doesn't matter for that 66
contact
car. Oh, contact with Bracy. There's no room for any of these guys. That's going to kill a little bit momentum for that 66 car. Keeps him outside the top 10 right now. 13 is in the wall. Gable able to move up into 2nd. We might see a pass for the lead here in just a moment. Yeah, we got these different tire battles here going on. As Gavel will get around Cameron Rich. Not so fast. Man, Rich with a great run to the outside. Older tires trying to hang on. You see on the bottom of your screen, Neil Rutt trying to anywhere to go. Track is blocked. He's got fresher tires, but nowhere to go right now. 5 laps to go. Reading this correctly this time. Cameron Rich, I think his only chance is to burn that outside. Use up any good you have left in your tires, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Gable takes the lead. Fuck bumper, they make contact going into 3. He's going to try to cross him over.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Gable's going to get the run. Just like that. That's all she wrote.
Look who's
4
6th
laps
though.
to go. 6th is Neil Rutt, and moving on strong. He's going to run Q laps. He's going to try to get in the top 5. James Miller is his next victim. You see, yep, right in that center of that corner. Get a lot of run there. Looks to the inside. Ooh, almost made contact. Miller, just like Cameron Rich, trying to battle and hold on to that spot. Now 3 laps to go. Neil Rutt's there. Cameron Rich trying to hang on, about a half second back yet of Ryan Gable. I think Gable can just kind of pedal the car now. He's exactly where he wants to be. Fresher tires.
Oh, around caution's gonna come out.
Wreck in the back. Dave Carpenter spins into the inside wall. And that will bring out a caution here with 3 laps to go. Will put us in a green-white checkered situation. And that could change a lot here. I think, you know, for Neil Rutt with those fresh tires, this could be exactly what he wanted to see.
Hit the wall.
Ooh, hit the wall. Trying to burn to the outside. He had another one of those guys with the freshest set of tires and runs out of track trying to burn on the outside of these guys. Just washes up, gets a little loose. The 95 car gets into him a little bit after he scrubs speed and when he gets in the wall. He goes, yep, just the tire difference there, great. A little too great, and then around she goes. Pretty good lick to the inside wall. Will definitely give him damage. He'll have to get repaired, but still has a fresher tires. Even though he slid, he can maybe gain a few more spots, get salvage a pretty decent run here tonight.
That
Ryan
is
Gable
odd.
in the lead.
I'm being shown the white flag.
Oh, they are the white flag.
That
Ooh.
we should have one attempt at a green white checker. Unless somehow the lobby got messed up.
Yeah, iRacing has been known to do that. And it looks like, yeah. Unfortunately, that no green-white checker. Maybe fortunately enough for the one car of Ryan Gable. He's able to take home the championship and the season finale.
Or no, Vic
Race
has
here
a
today.
copy or what's going on, but yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, odd. Usually we get 2 attempts at a green-white checkered, but
Yeah, I said it. I'm not sure what's going on with it.
yeah,
If we finish this, we finish it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate. Unfortunate for some of these guys who maybe wanted a one last chance at Ryan Gable. Are they racing it out? What are they doing here? Oh, they're just.
I'm seeing here that there's only a couple seconds remaining in this in the session.
Oh,
I wonder if that's
Oh.
the case.
that could be. Maybe they wouldn't get enough restart time in. Yeah. I wonder if that is what it
Ryan
was.
Gavel wins the race and the championship.
Yeah. Wins the race. Cameron Rich second, Richard Garcia third, Zach Rogers fourth, James Miller fifth, Neil Rutt sixth, Ray Bracey seventh, Robert Hill eighth, Thomas Capiano ninth, and Kyle Carlson will round out your top 10 in this season finale. So a little bit of wild circumstances to end the season, but the driver who will hoist up the final race win also hoists the championship banner, so kind of a fitting way to end the season for that one car as he'll come down, burn it down. Your 2024 A Weekend Woodsman champion for OSCA Series. Wow, I missed OSCA. Terrible. There you see the burnout. The Shift Esports sponsored machine. Able to get it done, crowned the champion. As the championship will go back to the house of Shift Esports. And we'll see. Austin Deers in interview waiting. What is he doing in there? You didn't race. You didn't race. But to open it up here, as Gable is still celebrating his victory. I was going to see if I could find our half-one winner. Here he is. I was looking at the wrong thing. We'll pull him up. I'll do your move, Carlos. I'll put him in interview waiting for a second so I don't get him
Smart man.
cussing. But I'll bring him up. Dylan Thomas, our half number one winner. And Dylan, wanted to close out the season, I'm sure, on a strong note, and definitely did that in half number one, able to get the victory. What were the keys to getting it done in half number one?
I just tried to save tire that second run, and the mistakes on them getting the pit road really helped a lot, but I just wanted to save tire and make it last to the end.
Yeah, and last to the end it did. It looked like you had a pretty big battle with your teammate tonight, Zach Rogers, and I think we determined about a lap fresher tires, which could definitely here at Old Atlanta play a factor into that. What did you have to do to hold him off? Are you a little nervous of him chasing you down?
I was nervous when I seen the gap closing, and then I saw who it was, so I got a little easier with it, but I just knew if I didn't let him to the right rear, I'd be able to hold on to it, and that was my plan. Just don't let him outside of me. We can hold on to it, and we can bring it home.
Yeah, brought it home, able to hold him off, and even not just for tonight though. You're one coming into tonight in the top 3 in points. Maybe finishing second here, depending on how things played out. How do you feel about your 2024 season, 2024A season as a whole?
I felt it went pretty good. Probably made more people mad than I wanted to, but hopefully we can get all that resolved and end up 1 or 2 spots better in 2024B.
Heck yeah, I was gonna say call your shot, and you did, going for that championship next season. Love to hear it. But before we let you go, celebrate that half one victory, any shout outs you want to give?
I got to thank Peeler and all the guys at NAR and Sugar Moon Creations and anybody else that's been behind this to get it to where it is. I think we're on the up and up and be around for a while.
Heck yeah, love to hear it. Well, Dylan, congratulations again tonight, and go celebrate. Got a little bit of a vacation before we kick off the 2024B season.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for that broadcast.
Heck yeah, you're welcome. That was Dylan Thomas, our winner here in half number one. And next up, we will bring up, not only are we bringing up our half number 2 winner, we are bringing up our 2024A champion. It is Ryan Gavel. Ryan, I'm sure you probably didn't want to win him necessarily in the circumstances with Beers not able to race tonight, but still, it was a great season for you. You're able to hoist up the trophy and able to cap off the season with a win. How you feeling right now?
Oh, feeling good, yeah, but I do feel bad that it had to end the way it did with Beers not being able to make this race. I know we would have been real close. I think he had a good gap on me, so it would have been tough, but I was racing hard with Rich there. It was a lot of fun. He's got a lot of talent, just like Beers does, so that was fun to race that blue 19 car anyway. So, yeah, a lot of fun tonight. Got a little unlucky that first half. I mean, me and Rich both missed pit entry. I tried to one-up his entry, and he missed it, so I missed it worse, and we both screwed each other. So maybe if I don't screw up that first half and finish better, then who knows what the heck happens, and maybe I had a chance at the owners' points as well for the one team here. But no, definitely had a real good season, a real consistent playoffs. I don't think I finished, other than the first half tonight, worse than 5th or 6th or something like that in the playoffs. So ran really consistent. Beers definitely probably would have had me beat there tonight if he was able to make it. It's too bad he wasn't, but it is what it is, and it was a good championship fight, and I'll take him however I can get him. So proud of the team, proud of everybody, and glad we could make it happen.
Heck yeah, it was an awesome performance tonight, which actually will lead me to I was kind of wondering your pit strategy on that final pit stop. We saw Cameron Rich pit way earlier than what you decided to, and definitely losing that a lot of time, and definitely benefited from that final caution at the end. Was that kind of the vision, kind of hoping for either a caution before you made that pit stop, or even stretching it when you did, just hoping there'd be a caution at the end?
Yeah, I was more hoping for a caution before I pit. Literally, my plan all along from that, right when we restarted with 50 to go, I said, all right, I'm going to split this thing in half. I'm going to come in with 25 to go. So I pushed pretty hard, planning to only do 25 laps on my tires. We were going down the backstretch, and I hit the hotkey, said pitting in, and then Rich said pitting in, and I said, you know what, screw it, I'm staying out. So I stayed out after I said I'm pitting in. So I kind of hosed him a little bit, but I mean, I made the wrong strategy call unless a caution came out in those 10 laps before I pitted, and then after I came in, the yellow came out. I was like 15th. I don't even know if I would have finished top 10. I felt like I wasn't gaining all that much on the guys in front of me. Then the caution came out, and I don't even know where I was on that restart, like 12th or something, and I still didn't think I'd have a shot. I really didn't think the tires would make that big a difference. They did, though, so I got lucky.
Yeah.
Definitely 0-1 to Jake's computer. Because
yeah.
it exploded, I guess. So that helped my chances tonight. Got a little lucky there, but and then I ripped through the field. I don't know how I did it. Rich tried his best to hold me off, and that was a lot of fun racing him. And I got lucky. There were no green white checkers too, but yeah.
I was gonna say, did you go from like 12th to 4th in like one lap?
I think so.
That was pretty impressive.
I'd have to click back here and look because they restarted. Yeah, where was I? I was 10th at the line. I restarted 11th. There's a little bit of wheel spin, so I jumped it 3 wide, passed 3 guys in the first corner and another 3 in the next one. Yeah, I went 11th to 4th, it looks like. Made a couple full send moves. A couple guys were nice to me when they didn't have to be. Snuck it 3 wide between the 7 and the 18. Got by the 95 pretty quick, and then reeled in the other 2. Got by the 27 on the top, and then 19 gave me a good fight. But yeah, I got him eventually, so worked out.
It worked out very well indeed. It was fun. Even that battle with Cameron Rich, he did everything he could to try to hold you off, and you guys both did it in style. It was a beautiful race to watch. But I'm hoping this doesn't become his trend, because I think last season Cameron Rich said, he scaled back to a part-time role. I'm hoping now I can ask you as a champion, you're planning to defend your champion in 2024B, right?
Yes, that is the current plan. I haven't even really looked at the schedule all that hard. I got lucky this season. I mean, I made every single race, which is rare. I mean, usually I have some sort of reason to miss something, but I think, well, I missed one early in the season, but not my own decision. But other than my suspension on the first race, which was not a good start to the season.
You were a naughty boy.
No, I was. That was a poor start to the season, but we turned it around, and I somehow didn't actually miss any race. Shout out to Scott Crump for filling in for me. He got some good finishes there, gave me some good owner points boosts, and we brought home second. And the owner's points, of course, but yeah, other than that, I mean, I made all the races, which is rare for me, and I got to look at the schedule. I mean, maybe I'll miss a couple, but I do plan on coming back and running up again with the Shift boys here, bring back the 1 car. Yeah, for sure. I want to do it again. There's some real fun competition in this series. I don't know if I want to say I didn't deserve the championship, but I mean, if Cam Rich runs full time, if Garcia makes all the races, if Beers makes the finale, and I mean, we got some really good competition, and there's, I mean, more than just those guys that run up front all the time that make this series really fun.
Yeah, it's definitely, you guys all make it a really good series to watch and broadcast, and occasionally I haven't got to race with you guys a few times here.
That's right.
It's been fun. But before we let you go, celebrate that championship. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, definitely got to shout out you guys up at the booth. Carlos, I mean, these broadcasts are phenomenal. Every week, I love watching these back. Shout out to all the guys on shift, all the teammates this season. Ty, Gilberto couldn't make it tonight, Jake, and all the rest of the gang that ran some races here and there that made it a lot of fun. We ran real good. I think we wrapped up the team championship as well, so cool to see that. It's my first time running a full season in any series with these guys here at Shift, so that was a lot of fun. Of course, Vic for running the league, all the drivers out there. I mean, we weren't perfect, all of us, including myself, and we had a good time though. Lots of really good battles, lots of fun, lots of good laughs, and that's what it's all about. So I enjoyed myself. It was a great time, and looking forward to next season.
Heck yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you again. Congratulations, Ryan, on your 2024A OSCA Weekend Woodsman Championship.
Hell yeah, thank you, boys. I'm going to have a few more PBRs. I'm going to go to bed a happy man.
Hell yeah. You are drinking the right beer.
Amen.
Know that. Hell yeah. That's Ryan Gavel, winner here tonight in half number 2, and also...
we shouldn't wrap the broadcast up just yet.
Oh,
okay.
We shouldn't wrap it up just yet. I think that one of our drivers has had a phenomenal season, but has had absolutely nothing to show for it. He used to have a different nickname. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna move him to a different channel before I move him up here because his nickname might precede him.
Is it
I think we got to talk to Ty because
let's-
Ty has had a great season and just doesn't have anything to show for it.
But no webcam.
Yeah,
though.
okay. All
Turn
right.
on your
Yeah,
webcam.
no webcam tonight. I didn't want my computer to end up like Jake's, and about implode. Which, by the way, Jake's computer, if you're currently watching this broadcast right now, flipping you the virtual bird, I'm gonna super kick you if I see you in person. I went from 3rd to 17th or 15th or whatever. So mad that I lost to a computer.
Oh man. Hey, you were showing that muscle. We were hoping you were gonna break into victory lane. It looked like you're so close, man. I feel like you're sniffing a victory here. Is 2020 going to be the season?
It feels like it's there. And I've been getting really close, and I feel like I've been consistent. It brings me to an announcement for 2024B actually. We're switching from Shift Esports. We're gonna go drive probably number undecided yet. We think it's gonna be the 10 for old South Shore.
Wow.
So it's gonna be fun to run with D West and the guys and
crossing enemy lines here too. That's supposed to be a sacred battle.
we talked to Seth. We're still gonna be Shift everywhere else, but just trying something different and changing it up, having a little bit of fun. D West and he and I race really clean together on the racetrack. It's always fun to race with him, so I'm looking forward to that. But I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a winning combination sometime next season. I thought this was gonna be the season, and we were close, but I got a feeling it's gonna happen pretty soon into 2024B.
Heck yeah! Well, yeah, good to see you joining old Wester Green. He's always a good time to hang out with, and yeah, hopefully you get back into victory lane. That's awesome.
I'll get back. Gotta get there first.
I'll get there. Yeah, right. Sorry.
You're good. Just teasing. It's okay.
Just teasing. But yeah. So I still feel like this could be a thing for for like learn some trade secrets here in South Shore, because that to me that's the rivalry here. Shift versus South Shore. Is it more friendly now than maybe what had been in the past?
I mean, it's definitely friendlier than what it has been, and I think that's one of the things that I mentioned to Seth when I was petitioning for me to try this and go over there and run with them is I think a lot of what I've learned over the years has been from the Shift guys and the way that we do things, but I think everybody does something a little differently. So if there's a way for me to get everything out of my abilities and really learn, I think it's going to be for me to learn a couple different ways to do it. Like D West, I think, is probably one of the better guys at saving the tires and being there at the end, whereas I feel like I burn my stuff off. So I think, is it crossing enemy lines? Yeah, sure, a little, but I don't know. I feel like it's keeping the competition fresh, and it'll switch things up a little bit.
Heck yeah, it'd be fun to see. I always like the little silly season rumors that go on, so we already got one figured out, so I'm glad to hear it. But before we let you go, you at least got to give some final Shift Esports shout outs here.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I think we had a really good season. Gavel and I clicked really well. Obviously, congrats to him on the championship. It's insane. I really wish that Beers, well, I don't know. Beers coming here wouldn't have given Gavel the title, but it was a good fight all season long. I mean, I really enjoyed racing Beers and Gavel and trying to get a championship of my own, and it was really fun there. Obviously, we won the team championship too, so that's sick. Having Gavel and Jake and Gilly, who unfortunately couldn't race tonight, it was insane. We were a great team all season. I think we all had a lot of fun, and we all competed, and it was fantastic. Obviously, Seth, for what he does for Shift, is a hell of a guy, making all the paint schemes. They look beautiful. You guys through YTV for being affiliates, I think for at least me, maybe everybody, I don't know.
I think most of you guys, yeah.
Yeah, it was an insane season with Shift Esports.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm excited to see the crossing of enemy lines and how that works out. So best of luck to you in 2024B, and hopefully You build upon how close you got here this season.
I hope so. We're like right there at victory lane. I feel like we're knocking on the door.
Heck yeah. I'm hoping I'm there when it happens.
I hope so. I still owe you for
Oh yeah, yeah, you do.
I still owe you one.
Man, you're saving that.
I think it's expired at this point.
Also, maybe my next move will be, I'm gonna have to recruit you for a season or something.
I don't know, maybe.
We'll see about that. But again, congratulations on the new team, and best luck to you next season.
Thank you, buddy.
You bet. That's Ty McIntosh.
I want to put one more person, at least one more person up here. It's because he hasn't gotten an interview at all this season, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But he did sponsor the broadcast championship.
Well, that's
I think
true.
we should talk. We should talk to Neil Rutt.
Old Neil Rutt the Third.
Hi
Mr.
guys.
Neil. Hi. How are you doing tonight?
I feel like I'm just spinning in circles.
That's what your tires are doing every restart, pal.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, it was a little rough on the restarts, but I bet you would have liked to see one more restart at the end there.
I definitely did. Me and Dave had that very nice. Wait, let me make. Are we broadcasting still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure before I go into some details here. Yeah, me and Dave just figured let's stay out while everyone pitted, and it was working in our favor. I was trying to channel my inner beers and go from like last to first, and I almost got there, but I was being a little too aggressive, and I put myself in some bad spots, especially trying to go underneath Bracy, and I was like, this isn't going to be good. I don't want to race like this. So I kind of backed off after I saved it. And then, a caution at the end would have been nice because it probably would have stood a real good shot at winning. We were pretty good there on the short run after I stopped spinning my tires.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. You were flying through the field. I was hoping you'd do good a final victory here of the season, but I hear you got some new plans for 2024B.
Yeah. So
is it too soon? I don't know.
It's all right. What a way to end the season with my first career actual pole, not an invert pole, with an OSCA, and my final race with Do Good. There's some personal stuff coming up in like the 25 season where I'm not going to be able to run full time. So we decided to part ways, but not officially with Do Good. Obviously, Goody is standing behind me on this decision. So we're going to end up starting our own team. Binks Design Racing, actually. No, Vic, we didn't take it the way you wanted it. We went with Binks Design Racing.
I just want the record to show I wanted it to be Binks Designs Sim Motorsports.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And if you figure
Yes.
out the initials to that
We'll
one,
let you guys figure that out. So we're gonna start up our own team. Miss Binks Designs is in Goody. Just get it. Goody. We'll talk about that privately. Darianne, my girlfriend, owner of Binks Design, she's all excited for it, having like her own esports team. She loves being the sponsor of OSCA, also for the broadcasters. So it's gonna be all her choice. She's gonna pick everything, designs cars and whatever we do. I'll give her a little bit of the inside part of this. She did pick the design for tonight. And merchandise.
Yeah.
She picked the design for tonight, which is why it looked like Travis Pastrana, I'm assuming. But that was a pretty fast car. It was faster than Travis Pastrana's cars ever were.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the new stuff. We're still trying to find our second partner that's going to be with us, which probably eventually come within the next few weeks. So I'm happy to grow by myself. That's how I've always been, but I will still always be a part of Do Good no matter what, and we'll still be running around in the Do Good camp most of the time. So that's the new plans. Thank you, Goody. Dusty's not here, but thank you, Dusty, and all the Do Good guys for welcoming me into that team. Thank you to all you guys for a great season. I mean, it was, we had some flaws sometimes. Vic screwed me out of a win tonight.
iRacing did actually, because it was I just checked the settings. It was set for 2 green white checkers, and it just didn't.
Like Dave said, I got a top 10. So after spinning the tires again, so I'll take it. Carlos, as always, thank you for the broadcasts and all that stuff and all the behind work you do, all of our announcers and everything. Vic, yeah, you too. Yeah, thanks.
Love you,
love you too. So I can't wait till the next season. Some really good tracks on that schedule, which I'm a really big fan of. Hopefully we'll be able to get some wins. You know, I feel like we had the speed, just I struggle a lot from really not focusing a lot with the running as much as I should be. But it's fun. I love this league. I was glad that I joined it a couple years ago. Now I'm getting up there and starts, so it's a fun time. I love it. I hope everyone that enjoys it, that watches the broadcast, obviously subscribe and everything to Weekends Woodsmen, even though we're losing them as our sponsor, but they'll still always be in this. 3Y TV, make sure you subscribe to that and follow Binks Design on either Facebook or at my Shopify to get your merch. We'll put some new stuff on there.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm glad that you became part of the Do Good family, and looking forward to see how your future endeavors go with the new team starting up. So real excited about that. So again, congratulations on an awesome season. Loved having you at Do Good Motorsports, and
Appreciate it.
hell yeah, go have some fun, enjoy the off season, and come back for 2024B with all guns a-blazing.
We're gonna try. You never know. Maybe once I semi-retire from this full time, maybe I'll take a run up in the booth one day.
Ooh.
Do a little get my little announcing voice out there.
Heck yeah.
See what we
I
got
get
there.
ready.
If Vic approves.
Is that going to be before or after the concussions?
It's gonna be after.
Even better.
I gotta go to my CTE scans before every announcing job.
That might be wise.
I thought they couldn't scan for CTs.
I don't know anything about them. I have too many of them.
For reference, okay. The reason this is funny is because to end out his real life racing season last year, he wrecked or got wrecked, and to start out his racing season this year, he also got wrecked.
Yeah, wrecked bad. Wrecked bad.
Thanks to Vic.
You're welcome. I wanted to add some context in case anybody's not in the know and they just decide to watch to this point.
Well, you
Right.
can all find that information if you follow me on Facebook at Fans of Neil Rett III. You could follow all my crashing that I tend to do a lot. Sometimes we win, but most of the time we crash. Sorry to all my sponsors.
But hey, at least they have a good time, right?
Oh, we have the best time. We're always the last ones to leave there. The big old Yeti cooler goes to the end of the trailer, and it's opened up, and there's a lot of suds flowing.
Hey, that's the only way to do it. I'd love to hear it. But you know what? I think I hate to kick you off. I hate to kick this party off too soon. But I'm old man. I gotta go to bed. I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Carlos, I'm sure he's
probably
tired.
wrap this up.
We're
We
gonna
should
wrap it up
this up. We're gonna wrap it up.
the way we should.
That's
All
right.
right, I'm gonna move you down. I'll let them wrap it up.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys, for tuning in for another awesome season of OSCA racing action. I hope you guys enjoyed every race every race this season. Looking forward to 2024B. I'm hoping to be back here in the booth to kick off the 2024B season and hopefully even be on track next season at some point again. That was definitely a really fun time. I'd like to thank Vic for giving me the opportunity to do both this season. And of course, Carlos for doing all the hard work that he does week in and week out to putting on the best broadcasts possible here and probably best broadcast on YouTube for iRacing. It's been a pleasureful season, guys, and woohoo, I'm broadcast champion. Carlos, you got any final words?
We gotta break that tie somehow, Goody.
Ooh, I love it. Next season will be the rubber match, but with that, we'll see how that plays out next season. Until then, thank you guys for all tuning in to 3Wide TV. And be sure to tune in for our season opener. Vic, do you have a date? I think you had the date.
August 8th.
August 8th, right here on 3Wide Racing TV. Until next time, for Carlos, myself, and Vic, good night now.